Hey y'all, Flourish back here with another message. And this one is in regards to the full moon in Aquarius peaking on August the 19th, Monday. I want to just say I'm tapping in from a loving place. The intentions that I set is for healing of the collective and for us to unite as a community and to continue to evolve and ascend to our higher selves. So I'm gonna jump right into it, y'all. This energy of this full moon is about accepting your karma. It's about acknowledging your wrongdoings. What we're gonna see at this time, or have been seeing within this time, because we've been upon a retrograde that is still retrograding, we're going to see a lot of arguments. We're going to see a lot of confrontations and conflict. We're going to see a lot of messages intuitively from the inner child. It'll be old wounds and traumas that we thought we were over, or we thought we overcame, or we thought we had healed from, but they're showing up again. And the reason why they're showing up again is because we may have sit with it. We may have come to a greater and higher knowledge of understanding, of what our inner child has went through. But what he or she may be requesting of you now is to speak on it, to speak life into it, and to ask for acknowledgement, or even just to get it off our chest. So what it looks like is new generations might be repeating the patterns, or the generational trauma and habits and shortcomings are showing up. So what we must do at this time, express ourselves, but express ourselves from a higher self place. Express ourselves, and I'm not saying just because you're expressing yourself from a higher self that it might not ruffle a few feathers, because it's definitely going to ruffle feathers, especially from those family members, or especially from those people who are still unhealed, who are still unaccepting to the trauma and to the detriment that they may have played in your life, right? So we have to be adaptable to making the necessary changes within ourselves. So I'm not saying that you're going to express yourself and you're going to have expectations of how that person is going to show up. You could express yourself and that person might be oblivious to what you're saying. You could express yourself and that person might deny your feelings. You could express yourself and they may not be accepting of your truth. And that is fine. You expressing yourself is just you releasing and letting go, and no longer allowing them to have a power over you or over your experience, right? It's just your inner child probably calling upon you to take up for you. It might be something that you didn't do before. It might be something that you don't normally do at all. And this is a habit that they want you to change. They want you to step up and represent for you guys. Okay? So be adaptable to making those changes. Also, it might be showing up because you're an adult now, right? And you may be causing trauma and having bad habits as it pertains to other people as well. It could be other adults, or it could be children. So just be mindful of that as well. Aquarius is the 11th house ruler, which represents the house of friendships and is also associated with collective beliefs and actions. Take action in friendships that no longer serve you. If the love, the support, the guidance is not reciprocated, give them their walking papers. And what does that look like? Excuse me. If you have loved ones, if you have friends that, you notice that it's a take situation, whereas, you get on the phone with them and you notice how you're always listening to them vent, and there's never a time for you to vent, because it's almost as if they don't care about what you're going through. They just want you to help and assist in supporting them in what they're going through. So if you find yourself in relationships like that, it's time to divorce them. Point blank and simple. You don't have time. We don't have time to be building communities that are lopsided. We want to build circles and strengthen ourselves in unions that is going to serve the collective. It's going to be of service to everyone involved, not just, me, you. We want to make sure that we are equally yoked. All right. The 11th house is also about self-actualizations. You need to hold yourself accountable for your shortcomings and the part you play in relationships. Are you a giver or are you a taker, like I was just saying before? Or do you have a balance of both to where people feel supported by you and they return the favor? So that's going back to what I just said. Make sure that it's an equal bond, an equal relationship, and an equal reciprocation, okay? You need to establish at this time how you identify yourself via social groups, clubs, organization. What do you want to associate yourself with? Who is the person that you want to be? You need to start navigating that for yourself so that you can start building that life, start building that lifestyle, start creating that lifestyle, start vibrating on that frequency. We live in a world where people blatantly deny who they are, purposely not utilizing their gifts and talents that were bestowed upon them by the Most High, and not following their path, not realizing by the choices they make, it could be selfishly stagnating other person's paths. So what do I mean? I've been in conversations and I've been coming into connections with people that have some high vibrational gifts. And because they're operating from a fearful state of mind and a fearful place, they have choose to block their gifts intentionally. And it's saddening and it's heartbreaking to me that God has truly blessed certain individuals with these gifts intentionally, and because of a fearful mindset or a lack mindset or a pessimistic mindset, they have consciously made the choice to ignore the gift. And I do get it. I'm not judging them, and I don't want you to think that I am, but I just find it sad because they could be helping so many people. Like, they could be helping a collective. They could be awakening a collective. They could be supporting and guiding a collective at this time, and they've selfishly choose not to. So if you are that person and you're listening to this message right now, just think of how many lives you could change. Just think of the difference that you can make with your gift. Yes, when we are gifted, there is light and there's dark that comes with it. But we make a change. We make a difference. We bring forth love. We bring forth healing. And for instance, if I ignored my gift, it would be detrimental. That's all I can say. And once again, I'm saying, I'm not judging you. It's your choice. That's why we are given the freedom of choice. But I feel that it stagnates in a way and in a sense. All right. So intuitives, mediums, oracles, empaths, and more. I know at times we do not understand why we are the chosen ones, but that is why we need to surrender and find out what is the purpose, why is it your purpose, and how can you help others with their purpose. And it will make the world a much more operative place to vibrate on. A wise man once told me that the Most High gave us freedom of choice, which means it is a choice to experience heaven or hell. Once we are dealt the cards, we choose how to play the hand we are dealt. Whether we choose to wallow in deception, jealousy, regret, victimization, grief, hate, or the choice of joy, love, harmony, accountability, humanitarianism, guiding others, or supporting, We choose our vibration by action, personality, characteristics, and so much on. Right now, there is a shift happening in our lineages. You will see it show up in our family. Daughters and sons calling out their parents for the shortcomings and flaws, and the aspects of falling short and trying to express the traumas and the wounds. We are reparenting our inner child. We are reparenting our inner children and breaking generational heartache and wounds. During Mercury retrograde, there have been a lot of communicative expressions of feelings and wrongdoings. The collective should not be concerned whether or not the people or persons admit or accept the expression of your truth. What matters is the release. If you are a parent, check your own temperature to realize any trauma you may have caused to your child or may be causing, while filtering through your own baggage. We are all healing. We are all on a healing journey and will forever be on a healing journey. So while we're filtering through our baggage, we may not understand, or we may understand, but we may be inflicting pain on others. So when I say check your temperature, the same way that you may be expressive and expressing yourself to people who have hurt you, express yourself to yourself or to those people that you may have hurt as well. All right? Victory is upon us. Finally, after all of the pain, heartbreak, obstacles, challenges, and loss, we finally see the light. We see, we know, we feel, and have a greater understanding of all the life's lessons and tumultuous experiences it was. So we could and would be mentally, physically, and emotionally equipped to withstand our true life's purpose. So now it is time to gear up. Put on our spiritual armor, because just because we've won the battle, we have not won the war as of yet. Where and whenever there is a triumph, another challenge is around the corner. So you have to ready yourself. And what does that look like? You might have got that promotion. You might have graduated, this past summer. You might have quit your job and began your journey of entrepreneurship. And that was a win. That was a time to pat yourself on the back. That was a time to give yourself grace and ease for, what you've accomplished. That was a time to have a joyous moment and to celebrate. But always realize, when there's a celebration, when there's a congratulations, when there is a triumph, when there is an accomplishment, right around the corner is another challenge. You might be challenged while enjoying this new promotion. You might be challenged by starting your own career or starting your own business. You might be challenged by graduating college. Now the challenge might be finding your dream job. There's always going to be challenges, but it's all in the way that we deal with those challenges, right? The world is a beautiful place depending on which lens you choose to view it from. Just think of it this way. A human will not see the world the same as an eagle. An eagle won't view the world the same as a lion. That is why it is so evident to familiarize ourselves with our natal charts, to learn all different aspects of ourselves and others. This creates a greater understanding, which should help not to judge other people's journeys here. So remember, we all have 12 houses in our charts. We all have 12 placements in our charts. And no one person is going to have an exact replica of another person's. The degrees could be different, the signs could be different, the houses could be different, and so forth. So we all have a different lifestyle. We all have different characteristics. We all have different personalities. We all have different habits. And this is what makes us all so unique. So that is why we would be different. That's why we would think different. That's why we would speak different. We would feel different, hear different. and smell different. We are unique. We are all uncanny. So that's why no one really should have room to judge another. It might be a habit of yours that might needs adapting, but we should never be judging someone else for their story, for their path, for their journey. As long as you do your work on self, you should be more clear in knowing you can't judge them, and you shouldn't care if they judge you. We've all got baggage. We just pack and carry it differently. Honor thyself during this full moon. Sharpen your tools, also known as your spiritual gifts. Pay attention to the signs and dreams being revealed to you at this time. The Most High has a message for you about yourself and about your loved ones. Start moving accordingly. Answer to your higher self and the areas where you have fell short. Do not beat yourself up. Just make the necessary alterations and submit to your higher conscious self. Calling on your life. Your higher self is communicating with you at this time. Do not ignore it. Do not use distractions to ignore it. It is time. The shift is happening. The transition is happening. The world is changing right before our eyes. So it's time for you to change as well. You are at the ending of one cycle and at the beginning of a new venture that will bring you great joy and success. The gift of true consciousness awaits you. So I have a bit of something that a quote by Rumi that I want to read. If you are longing to caress the moon, do not turn away from it. You are an eagle with wings, ready to soar. So I push you from the cliff top that you may know yourself. Whatever may be troubling you is not meant to bring you trouble. Allow yourself to become eagle-eyed, beloved wild one. The attitude rather than the circumstance needs to shift. Then you shall find your resolution. So it's not the obstacle, it's not the challenge, it's not the place that you find yourself right now that's troubling you. It's the mindset. It's the emotion that you choose to have towards it. So love on yourself, love on your challenge, love on your accomplishments, love yourself right where you're at. And you'll see the difference that it will make. I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm going to say, do something with some water. Work with water. Blow, whistle, sing. These are the elements, air and water are the elements that should be worked with right now, because right now we're in an emotional state of mind. We're in a healing process, and what comes a healing process comes emotional roller coaster. So don't shun away from the feelings, feel them, but don't get lost. Don't get lost. Now is not the time for that. So I love you guys. Happy full moon tomorrow. I hope you guys meditate. I hope you guys release a lot, and I hope you guys intentionally have conversations with yourself, with your inner child, with your higher self, and with those people that you may have hurt and that may have hurt you. Peace, love, flourish out.